Despite Nigeria's vast agricultural potential, smallholder farmers face significant challenges such as limited access to finance, poor infrastructure, and inadequate extension services, all hindering productivity and market access. It is estimated that more than 40 million Nigerians involved in agriculture live below the poverty line. In Cross River State, farmers have faced difficulties with access to quality inputs, limited knowledge of modern farming techniques, and a lack of market linkages.
Due to the challenge I had in my farm, due to the dropping of my clients, the percentage I had that patronized me weren't coming. So I went to the bank to seek for financial assistance. And there in the bank, I was asked for my record keeping, which I wasn't doing. As a result of, I looked at it, it was a personal business. So for that reason, I couldn't access the loan. I needed to expand my farm, and it was a challenge to me.
I was losing out because my farmers will have challenge and they won't believe in me to talk to me. So I lost customers and I lost opportunity to do more businesses.
The turnover was not there, since farmers are not coming in a large number. So the business was so dull, because sometimes we go and sit down in the shop, there's only 1 or 3 farmers that will come. To pay my children's school fees, it's a tug of war.
I didn't even know either I was making any profit, because when we sell, at the same time we deal from there to feed the family. So everything remained just stunted. No assessment, no reporting, nothing. I feel very bad. I feel I should even stop the business. I feel I should stop it because there is no business without profit.
The USAID Feed the Future Nigeria Agricultural Extension and Advisory Services activity stepped in to transform these challenges into opportunities. The extension activity trained agricultural, micro, small and medium entrepreneurs, MSMEs, as private sector market-based extension service providers for smallholder farmers. This way, farmers receive timely and quality messaging on the most impactful practices to mitigate their challenges and improve their farm productivity and sales, while helping the MSMEs grow a large network of farmers to sustain their businesses.
I learned the management of broodstock. I learned water treatment. I learned the measurement for treatment of fish. USAID taught us complementary feed. They taught us the use of black soldier fly larvae. They taught us the use of dogweed. Now, with this innovation, the cost of production is up almost 40 to 60% reduction on feed. Introducing this to farmers has helped farmers to cut almost 40% cost. You can imagine 40%.
I was trained on the use of juvenile against fingerlings. I was trained on demand stimulation. I was trained on customer relationship. I was trained on bookkeeping, which was a huge challenge. With the bookkeeping, I went to the bank. I was able to access loan, which gave me a good startup by expanding my farm.
USAID Feed the Future came in with a good news of MIP, that's most impactful practice. That was using juveniles instead of fingerlings. I noticed I skyrocketed to a very good level, and then I did very well. And I was actually running 2 circles a year, and then I migrated from 2 to 4 circles. I'm doing very well, and I'm looking forward to get a bigger space.
I have to undergo some training on how to carry out agricultural extension with the farmers. They talk about how we can go about demand stimulation. At the time, they now ask me to start going to farming communities to download or to step down the training to farmers. The whole game became so interesting to farmers. They started seeing the changes in the use and adoption of improved seeds, that the seeds were doing so well, about 4 times better than their own seeds.
They trained me very well, and as I came back, I do the step-down training. They advised me to start formation of demo plots in various farmers' locations, which I did. And the number of farmers coming to my shop now started increasing.
Across River State, over 70 MSMEs were trained as partners to deliver private sector-led extension services to smallholder farmers. This was to facilitate learning, replication, and scale around alternative models of extension services to increase access to and adoption of improved agricultural technologies for improved productivity and incomes for farmers. The business innovations or most impactful practices, MIPs, that the MSMEs were trained in include stocking with juveniles, mobilization of customers, mechanized land preparation, use of improved seeds, record keeping for business growth, optimum use of fertilizer and herbicides, mechanized threshing financing model, among 32 other MIPs. MSMEs have deployed the MIPs to smallholder farmers in their networks, increasing their clientele and patronage and boosting their businesses while also helping farmers achieve higher yields and increased income. This project has led to many remarkable success stories.
You can see the background. I have over 20 ponds here, and then my storage capacity went from 20,000 to 150, 200,000. So I have a space I can comfortably stock 500,000 juvenile, courtesy of this expansion.
Before I made Feed the Future in 2021, I had just close to 2,000 farmers only. But after meeting them and then having all the lectures, I have close to 14,000 farmers that I'm doing business with. Not only to sell agro inputs, I have to extend to mechanization. I have a thresher, which is already on ground, threshing rice. Before I met them, the farmers were basically planting their farmers safe seeds. A hectare of rice will only give them about 2 metric tons, or even 1.4 metric tons. But with the introduction of these improved seeds, the farmers is harvesting close to 5 metric tons of rice per hectare. Farmers have jumped from making their farms in 1 hectare to almost 4 hectares. And my business scope equally has expanded up to more than 100%.
I had less than 20 farmers, but after my meeting with Feed the Future, currently I have more than 600 farmers. In finance, we have grown more than 85% if you are taking a 100% margin.
Formerly, I was having 50 farmers, but now with the help of Feed the Future, the number have increased. I've recorded farmers up to 6,000-7,000. I was not into tractor leasing before. My farmers now came and grouped themselves and came to me to help them get a tractor.
The success of the USAID Feed the Future Nigeria Agricultural Extension and Advisory Services activity has led to collaborations and adaptation of best practices from educational institutions and government agencies.
One of the most striking innovations of the USAID Feed the Future Agric Extension activity within COP, the Community of Practice, is the ideology of the most impactful practice. It would interest you to know that that's what we use as a basis for our smallholder tractorization program. For us to adopt it, it shows you that we believe in what the USAID is doing. We can actually go back, look back and say, wow, the USAID indeed was our mentor. We've charted a course because you opened the door for us. At least you created that knowledge base that we are pulling from today.
We made a request to them on the need for them to come and assist train staff of our department on video-enabled extension. So in the shortest of time, they accepted and they sent staff and they came and trained us. Staff have been exposed on how to make use of these audiovisual tools in order to provide extension advisory services, not only to farmers, but to students. Staff were able to, step down this training, particularly to the practical year students of the Faculty of Agriculture. Right now, we have co-opted some of the elements of the training into their curricula.
I want to say a big thank you to USAID Feed the Future for the exposure. If it was to be amounted to finance, it wouldn't have been easy for us to purchase it. But with your kind gesture, you shared all the knowledge to us free of charge. I want to say thank you.
I want to tell you that my life and my family's life have been transformed through the introduction of all the topics delivered to us through training by USAID.
Feed the Future have improved my life, the life of my children, the life of my farmers.
What USAID is offering us is priceless, because if you want to pay for each of the section, you won't have enough money to pay. Deep in my heart, I'm very grateful.